How you all doing? Right, so to the supporters of the day, we'll have a look at this. It's Travis Perkins Mortice Deadlock stainless steel, 64mm, 2.5 inches, and it's a 5 lever. So it's a 5 lever non-curtain. Let's go and have a look. So get the bugger open. We can get it open. It says, where's the bloody end? Is it one of these ones that's stuck? Ah, there we go. Bit of tape on there. Tape. Oh, we're open. We're open. All we want is the lock and the key. We ain't worried about everything else. What we got here? We've got it's one of these plates that you peel off. And 5 lever security. That's what it says. We're going to do that. So, as we can see, it is non-curtain, and it's a bit horrible, isn't it? So it's 5 levers, and we've got to try and get through that lot. So it's going to be a bit interesting. Does it work before we even shove it in the vise? It's a bit stiff, but yeah, she works all right. Right then, let's get over there and give it a go. Okay, let's give it a bash. Make sure it's nice and tight in that vise. So she works all right. We've got some extremes going on there though. That's going to be a bit tricky. And we'll have a look to see if there's any warding inside there or not, or just the way the key's cut. So there's 5 levers in here. It's 5 gauge non-curtain. Okay, there's a few different techniques we can use. I'm going to use this tool. Okay, you can use the readers, you can use the feel for things, but you can use the readers. It's all stainless steel. Now it's cut to a union. Now this is not a union, is it? It's got Travis Perkins, I don't know, own brand sort of style, I think. So if you ever do come across stuff like this, as long as you get your tool in, right, that's the main important thing. You can get your tool in, and you can. It's a little bit tight on that bolt, so you wiggle it around a little bit. There, I've got hold of that bolt now. If you feel that, my advice to you at this point, right, is when you open it, don't throw it all away, because that's quite tight against the top of the actual. I've got something I could show you. Something a bit of fluff in it. Okay, this is a 5 lever. This one's 7 gauge. So that point there, that's where the key interacts. Now, if it's quite tight against the top of that point there, what will happen when you go to throw it all the way across? Your tool is going to get stuck because it's just slightly a shy too high. Sorry. So be careful if it feels quite. You can get in there and you can open it, but don't throw it all the way. Bit of advice in there. You can cut them down to make it fit a little bit better, but then you're going to be stuck to branded to that particular lock. So you got to play the game of what's going to be best for you. So we can get in there, and now when you start to lift, so I'm putting clockwise tension on at the back, and I use this to lift. We've got readers, we can read. There's 5, but there's 7 readers on here. If you want to use them, mark them up to accordingly. Each lock's going to be different spacing, so you've got to have that in mind. So we start, as I can see straight away, 1 is tight, 2, see where 2 was then? All the way up there. So 1's there, and 2 was all the way up there before I could even interact, and then 3 tight, 4 tight, 5 tight. So that tip is probably, it does fit in there, it could be shy too long. So what you're going to do is still put clockwise tension on, but actually go behind the levers from the back and pick the levers anti-clockwise. Okay, so we're going to get in there. We're going from backwards now, so we're going backwards now here. I want to do is put a bit of compression on that pack and have a little nibble up. They'll be a bit tight, but I am getting movement off them now. And I'll work my way through that pack. Try and wait for a bit of movement on that bolt. Nudge them up, little nudges. They are moving, they're not binding so much. I need to find that one that's going to drive it forward a little bit more for me. We're going to keep going. Getting tighter now. Tight on 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, back up 5th, tight there, 4, 1, so that movement there. Right, we've got it. See, I have got the little bugger. But don't, only do enough so you can open the door. That's if it's in a door situation, okay? Don't throw it all away because it will get stuck, okay? Be careful. You want to be able to get your tools out if it's in a door situation. If it's in a vice and you're doing this and you get stuck, you can either pick it back locked or under your case and take your tool out and you can get out that way. So, fair bit of tension gone on there, and she survived perfectly okay. Right, let's have a look inside. We'll find a screwdriver. We've got a screwdriver. Here we go. Right. Okay, anything on the inside? No wooden on the inside of this one. We see those levers. So here we go. Some really weird shaped springs going on here. As you can see, the levers are actually inverted backwards. So they're not that way. They're actually backwards. So I was struggling to get underneath this tighter gap here. So I was trying to lift here. It was more tighter, so I could lift better. Actually going in and lifting anti-clockwise. So you can see why I had to do that now. It's the first one. There's no full stitches on it, but they're all going to be different cuts. So we'll look at how high this cut is here. It's sort of, it's low at the bottom and sort of midway to the top. So that's the first one. Let's move this out of the way. And then we're back to the old brass spacer. Let's get the spring out. Ooh. Again, similar to the first one, but this one's slightly shallower now, and that's shallower there. See the different height in that? It's a lot thinner than the last one. There's the first one, just to remind you. See the difference? Loads shallower. And then we get the old spacer. If you don't mix them up, keep an eye on them for me. Let me know. I'm a bugger for it. Oh, come on, pretty springs here. Come on. Okay, we're getting a bit chunkier one now. It's more steeper here, as you can see. So that means it's less of a lift. The narrower this part, the more high lift you got to go. That's why they work them out on this particular brand of lock by the looks of it. And we've got a spacer. Let's take him out careful. Come on, you little bugger. Your fingers underneath it. Oh, sitting a bit more midway there. They look very similar, but because you see that bitting on that key, it's actual distance at the bottom of the actual pack. I think it's made driving this one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. What we've got at the back, a lot more chunkier there, and the 5th. So it's that part there. So compared to the first. The 5th to the 2nd, as you can see, massive difference there, isn't there? And don't mix them up. And there you go. Let's have a look. One more space. I'm going to put him back in, and let's have a look what we've got in here. It's sort of actually chamfered off a little bit there, so that'll make it difficult. It wasn't wanted to bind. So there's your bolt stump. And there's your bolt with some anti-cut pins in. So it was a fairly cheap lock, but I think it was quite well made, and it will be a difficult pick really. There's that point in there, that's where your tool is. If it's just catching just quite tight in there, remember you throw it, it's going to be not enough to fall out of that gap and be able to get your tool out. So it all depends on the height of the actual bolt stump to getting it out, so be careful of that. So right guys, I shall move some stuff out the way and we'll do the prize draw. So I'll see you over there in a bow. Right, let's see if I got it the right way around. Supporters, remember this beautiful Chubb 6 lever cabinet lock. So it's treasure forever. It's got Chubb London, just about make out, written on there. So supporters, thank you very, very much for your support in January. It has been awesome. You helped me buy these locks and we can do these videos, so I'll just try and pass something back on to you by doing this free prize draw. So whoever does win this, please cherish it. Remember, you get that, and it's in the lock position at the moment, but when you do figure out how to unlock the little bugger, that's the little hasp thing that actually fits in there. And if you did ever want to fit it on something, I'm sure you can. So let's hope someone who does win this can figure out how to pick it, because I told you that warding at the back is very difficult. Figure out how to build a key for it, and then go and fit it to something, and then treasure it forever. Otherwise, put it in a glass case and never lose it. So it is beautiful. So support us. Thank you very, very much. Can't thank you enough with a dirty, mucky thumbs up. Right, you're all in here. Oh, one's jumped out. Get in there. We got one. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Tom O'Brien. Tom, my friend, I think you're going to be pretty impressed with that. I know it doesn't look big, but it is beautiful. So Tom, congrats. Congratulations, Tom, and I shall post that out to you ASAP, and I appreciate your support, Tom. Thank you very, very much. So everybody, guys, if you like the video, remember, leave a nice comment, put the old thumbs up, and if you've not subscribed, subscribe. So we've got back to 1,000. So again, thank you so much, everybody, for subscribing. Really do appreciate that. So everybody, stay safe, stay well, and I shall see you all very soon. Ta-da!